What's up? Welcome to my channel. This is the weekly reading for my Scorpio placement. So if you are a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, then this message is for you. We're going to get your general energy of the week. See if we can get a glimpse of what's going on. I definitely will be able to show you why it's going on. Okay, I'll tell you what the energy is behind what you have going on. All right, let's get our general theme of the week for my Scorpios. Oh, yes, okay. Square energy for my Scorpios. So my Scorpios may be feeling some friction this week, some frustration, but that also maybe it may also be taking a pause, like a some delays, setbacks, frustration. Also an opportunity for growth. Okay, squares are an opportunity for growth, but it could be frustrating, Scorpio. Okay. Oh my goodness. Somehow I knew it. Okay, because when I was talking about the square energy, I was thinking about the Hanged Man, and here the Hanged Man shows up. So this friction and this definitely giving delays. Okay, a time of suspension. But the Hangman, this is a situation that you've gotten yourself into, and it's in order to give you some type of perspective. Okay, yeah. Let's get some clarifiers for my Hangman card here. Okay, we got Three of Swords in the reverse. So the friction is coming from, it's something that you haven't accepted, Scorpio. It's something that you haven't accepted and that you can't move forward until you do accept this thing. Okay? So there's a pause. There's a moment of suspension to get some type of perspective. Okay? But your mind is on the prize. Your mind is focused on the destination. So as long as you have that, I really don't think it's a bad thing. I think that you'll be okay this week. Because even though you are in this suspended state, your focus is where it needs to be. At least it appears so thus far. Okay. We got a Two of Swords. So it's like your focus is where it needs to be, but it's not. If that's possible. It could also be, your focus could be where it needs to be. Like maybe you're ignoring outside factors. Could be specifically you not seeing eye to eye with someone else. Like maybe what you think is the prize and what somebody else thinks is the prize. Like if there's another person involved in the mix, it could be two different points of focus here. So it is possible that you and somebody else have two different visions of the future and you're not seeing eye to eye. And you are not letting go of the direction that you want to go in, but the result is this moment of suspension, this delay, this time of review, and really introspection. Okay, and then we got Queen of Swords here. So yeah, I stand by what I said. Your focus has not changed. You're not taking your eye off the prize, but there could be another point of view here to consider. And just because maybe it appears like they're not viewing the future in the same way that you are, or that their destination is different than yours, their destination may not actually be different than yours, but at least right now you think it is. And so therefore you have to take a pause and review things before you can move forward. Okay? And if it is another person, they may have hurt your feelings. with this Three of Swords energy here that may have hurt your feelings, and you may, not be in the mood to forgive them for it. Emotionally, we got Virgo energy here. So this is giving, there's some emotional work to do. Okay. Some real, like I said, introspection, and more than like really analyzing and reviewing the situation, not just from an emotional standpoint, but also from a logical standpoint as well. Like maybe just looking at the facts. I'm also wondering if maybe it's like a little too dry, and like maybe you do need to bring some feeling into it. We got Knight of Cups here, okay, which makes sense with this Virgo talking about service and Knight of Cups. So this is making me think of that. This is, maybe it was something you were thinking about offering somebody. Maybe you feel rejected by them. Maybe somebody was offering you something. Maybe you were going to do something for each other, be of service to each other. And maybe that's where there's this stalemate coming from. Because like maybe y'all think y'all aren't offering each other things of equal value. Let's see, we got Seven of Wands under the Knight of Cups. And Seven of Wands under the Knight of Cups and the Virgo energy. The thought that I'm having here is something about someone being right, a need to be right. Scorpio, I hate to say that it's possible that maybe you're not on the right side of things here. Maybe some part of you feels like you're not on the right side of things. I just don't want to be the one to tell Scorpio they wrong. Not really. Maybe you feel like you were wrong. Maybe that's what you're trying to decide. Were you wrong? Maybe that's why you're taking the pause, going back over the situation and picking it over to figure out like where things went wrong and who was wrong, who was the most wrong one. Part of me feels like that type of, even though I feel like the pause and the delay, the suspension is necessary, I feel like that type of I guess analyzing or breaking down of a situation is unnecessary, trying to determine like who was the most wrong or who, who's at fault. If that's what you're doing or that's what's going on, I feel like that's a bit unnecessary, because I feel like, or maybe that's what went wrong. Neither person could decide who was right, who was on the right side of things, and maybe neither one of y'all was wrong, if somehow. But I'm Seven of Wands under this Knight of Cups. I'm feeling like maybe you or someone in the situation feel like they were wrong to make some type of offer. It's kind of what I'm feeling like. Kind of. I feel like you're like reevaluating that. Maybe somebody reneged on something. Somebody went back on something. Let's see. Let's get the focus here. Let's get more cards. Maybe the whole, like, once I get everything laid out, it'll paint a whole picture. Okay, so again, and I feel like the moon, like when I pull this card for y'all, it's either coming out like here or here as far as what you're focusing on and like what the outcome or, you know, how things are manifesting and playing out. So emotional satisfaction is like top priority for everybody right now. Everybody is really focusing on self and looking for self, and that focusing on yourself or putting your needs, like prioritizing your needs, is not a bad thing. That's a very good thing. But I think what's happening is that because so many people are not used to doing that, you know, so many people are like it's foreign to them. You know, they don't know how to do that. They haven't properly been shown how to do that. Most people have not. So I feel like what's happening is it's turning into a whole hot mess for most people. So in this situation, Scorpio, I you know, if it is in fact you not seeing eye to eye with a specific other person, it is possible that, you know, like I said, neither one of y'all was really wrong. When I just put eight of wands here underneath this moon card, I feel like what's going on is like this need and desire to satisfy emotional things is causing you to focus on like rushing things and moving, you know, moving things it's causing you to make moves and decisions very quickly. Okay, and so therefore you may feel like you don't have time to really consider any other outside opinions. You don't have time to like go back and forth with somebody, which who does? You know, I ain't mad at you for that. But you know, how this resonates, and it's just going to depend on what you have going on. And so I'm just really like throwing out I'm really throwing out a couple different possibilities for what my Scorpios could be dealing with. Because I feel like to a certain degree, the moves that you're making, it is like, even in this state of suspension, you know, things are going to begin to move very quickly. So like I said, I feel like arguing over who was right or wrong, it doesn't matter, because you're not like, if neither one of you is wrong and you're both right, then you're making the right moves. Does that make sense? I know it makes sense, you know. Yeah, let's get let me get a clarifier for my eight of wands here. This state of suspension is not gonna last. It's not. You just need a little bit of time. Like I said, there, you know, everybody has some sort of friction and frustration coming up this week in particular. For you, Scorpio, this state of suspension is not lasting. This could, you know, I feel like this could be the start of the week. By the end of the week, because you are focused, and you know, because you're not wrong, things are going to move very quickly because you are centering yourself and your emotional needs. We have Six of Pentacles clarifying the eight of wands and the moon. It's interesting how, boy, if I've been saying this a lot this week, that two things can be true at once. So it's interesting how it is simultaneously possible for you to be pushing things forward and causing things, you know, to happen very quickly, at the same time causing a delay, and causing a suspension, because you know you held things up, you know. And I'm not saying that in like a shameful or bad way that you held it up. At this point, I actually feel like it was a good thing, because like I said, whatever this block is something that you need to let go of, so that you can move forward, because something is trying to come in very quickly. We got cardinal energy here for the outcome of the reading. Okay, things are moving. Things are moving. Okay. I'm getting waterfall, windfall type energy. Okay. We got 4 of Pentacles here under this cardinal energy. Okay, things are moving, Scorpio, and things are going to move, like whether you go with it or not. So I would recommend this week, as things come up, as feelings come up, to take that time to process and consider them, and don't like hold on too tightly from things to the past. While at the same time, 4 of Pentacles can speak to you being grounded. So just really focus on being more on that side of things than like clinging too tightly and being afraid, and just, you know, being afraid to lose anything or not let anything go. That is the essence of Scorpio energy, is death and rebirth and transformation. You know, y'all are no stranger to like frictional energy and, you know, growth and stuff like that. That's what y'all are here to do. That's what y'all are here to learn specifically, probably more than any you know, other sign or energy. So y'all know, it just depends on what stage of growth my Scorpios are at, as far as how you know, you'll be able to navigate this. Some people, this energy might be in a struggle, but from what I'm looking at here, my Scorpios that probably see this message through to the end, and that it really resonates with, and that really need this message, y'all are gonna be all right. Y'all are gonna be more so on the like grounded side of the 4 of Pentacles, I hope. We do got Page of Swords here clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, so it could be some of y'all that are feeling a bit petty, or that are feeling like a bit reactive, like overprotective. I need y'all to like relax. Okay, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through this. This is just a delay. It's just a setback, and I wouldn't even call it a delay or setback. I would call it necessary. Okay, this is the necessary barrier, the necessary thing that is you know, it's just a hurdle. That's it. You know, but it's a necessary one. It doesn't mean that what you want is not going to happen. It doesn't mean that the floodgates aren't going to open up and everything that you just been working hard for isn't going to come pouring towards you. It don't mean that at all. As a matter of fact, this what they call those in the Sally ports, you know, you're just in that middle area. You're just in that transition area. That's it. The next gate is going to open, and boom, everything is there. I promise you that, because that's what I'm seeing in the general theme of all these readings. So we all going through this, okay, to some degree. So I'm just here to tell you how to navigate the energy and make it a little bit easier for yourself. Scorpios, you got this. Your readings, your cards look a little bit, you know, nicer, so to speak, than some of the other signs that I've seen. Maybe it's because Scorpio and Taurus, because Taurus was another one that had a pretty good reading. Maybe it's because the North and South Node have already been in your signs for the last year and a half. So y'all are probably like, you know you've done the work, and you know you're ready for the reward. So it's like, where it's at, it's coming, honey. I promise you that. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, follow, comment if you like the video, if it resonates, and y'all have a good week. Check back in next week.